So, can you tell me about your educational, employment, and career interests and history?
Um, yeah, I graduated from high school in Charleston, Arizona in 2019. Um, and then I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University with a major in journalism, also a minor in film and media studies. And I have three internships right now. Um, and I formerly worked at the Dollar Tree.
Awesome. Dollar Tree. Oh, three internships. That's very impressive.
It's very insane right now, yes. I'm quite crazy.
And then tell me about a typical week in your life. Where do you work? Sorry to have that down. Go to school, socialize. How much sleep do you get? So the question is like, tell me about a typical week in your life.
Uh, Typical week is I only have classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, so I'll go to Tempe on those days. Weekends, I'll try and like hang out with friends and like go out and do like the whole, going out for dinner thing. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I focus. Why is this music so loud? Is when I focus on like my internship. So I'll just like sit in a cafe all day and work on internship stuff.
Awesome. And then how much sleep do you get?
Wait, can you say it again?
How much sleep do you get?
Um, uh, how much sleep?
Yes.
I would say 7 hours on average.
7 hours on average. And then, can you share information about your health condition and how it impacts your ability to do the things you want to do?
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah. Can you share info about your health condition and explain how it impacts your ability to do the things you want to do?
Um, it just makes me more cautious on a day-to-day basis. Um, and I just have to watch like how active I am and like how I facilitate my activities for the day.
Okay. Okay, next up, these questions will be done from 1 to 10 ratings.
Okay.
So, and 1 being not happy, 10 being very happy.
Okay.
So, how happy would you say you are on a regular basis?
I would say an 8.
An 8. How anxious are you on a daily basis?
6.
6. Um, how do you rate your ability to be physically moving around? So, like, how do you rate your like daily life in terms of like how physically active you are?
Uh, 5.
5. Okay. And then, what are some things that you do to feel better when you're not feeling happy or feeling anxious?
Ooh. I would just say listening to music or like going outside and like exploring the city. Or also just like actually I would say getting work done is also very therapeutic just because I enjoy what I do. So I would say that too.
That's awesome. And then, um, no. Can you describe any injuries you have had in the past?
Injuries.
Yes.
I broke my leg when I was 1 because I was chasing a ball in the backyard
Oh,
in Minnesota, and there was a deer in my backyard that dug up a hole. So then when I was chasing the ball, I fell in the hole and broke my leg. And
wow.
then I also broke um, my arm partially, like the upper part next to my shoulder blade, when I was a freshman when I was a senior in high school. And that was what they refer to as an old lady bone, because basically I had no reflexes to catch myself. So I just let myself fall, and then yeah, I broke my shoulder bone area.
Awesome.
Just those two.
Okay. And then, so this is again a 1 to 10, a 1 being not flexible, a 10 being flexible. How flexible are your arms?
One is not flexible.
Yes, and a 10 is flexible.
I would say 6.
6, and then legs,
5.
neck,
That one's fine. I would say like a 7.
7, trunk,
Trump?
A trunk is your neck.
Oh, okay. 7 also.
7, and then back.
6.
6. And then a 1 being no trouble and a 10 being a lot of trouble. How easy is it for you to get out of bed or off the ground? So 1 in this scenario is like kind of opposite. A 1 is like just very little issues, and a 10 is like a lot of issues.
I would say like a 3.
A 3, okay. And then, so these are also 1 is no trouble, 10 is much trouble. So for seeing, no trouble, much trouble, 1 to 10.
For sight?
Yes.
Oh, very much trouble. I would say an 8.
And then hearing?
1.
That's good. Communicating?
Communicating, I would also say a 1.
A 1. Do you have anything that assists you with difficulties with your sight or with communication or with hearing?
Could you say that again? Sorry.
Yeah. Do you have anything? Well, these are a 1, so I won't ask about hearing and communicating. But in terms of sight, do you have anything that assists you with difficulties with seeing?
Yeah, my glasses.
Glasses.
Prescription glasses are pretty heavy dose, so yeah.
I see. And then, can you rate how often you experience pain that prevents you from doing things that you want to do? A 1 being seldom, a 10 being often.
I would say a 3.
3. And then, do you have any like pain, like a neck pain at all, or any kind of source for the pain?
I have slight neck pain. Like, I have to move it around a lot. It's like the lower part of the neck, like in the back.
Okay. And then, what are some things you do to manage the pain?
I would just say ibuprofen, and also like slight exercises, like just little movements, like yoga vibe.
And then, how do you rate the level of safety and security you feel in your home and community? A 1 being safe, a 10 being unsafe.
Living downtown is interesting. I would probably, I'll say like a 5.
That's very. I also live downtown as well. That's very true.
Like, but my actual dorm room is very safe, but like, and walking anywhere is not. So it's like a mix.
Actually, the light rail as well.
Yeah.
And then, what are some goals that you have set for yourself, and what do you envision for yourself in 5 years?
Whoa, what a good question. Well, I'm graduating in May, so then I'll be leaving college, and then my goal short term is to find a fully fledged job this summer, and then move to LA. And then 5 years from now, I would love to be making 3 figures and be very financially, 6 figures, and be very like financially stable. Maybe still like live in an apartment with like 1 roommate, but not like 3 roommates.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in LA, and it's very expensive.
You're so right.
How often are you involved with your family / friends? Very little, some, or very active?
Oh, just those. Very active.
Very active. How are you involved with your neighbors and community? So very little, some, or very active?
Is 10 the most active?
Yes.
I would say 9.
And then, what are some activities you do with your neighbors / community?
Oh my gosh. This car. annoying me. What are activities I do?
Yes, with like your neighbors slash community.
Um, well, I just took residents to like a festival today. And I always take residents around downtown to like explore. I'm like a community assistant also right now.
Oh, at Taylor
For,
Place?
yeah, it's another place.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm always like ramping up the ASU spirit, school spirit. So I take them to ASU events, and I also create events myself that help them like explore downtown. Um, and yeah, sometimes I go back to Tolleson, my hometown, to do like alumni day for my high school, which is where we tell like the current high school students about like our experiences in college. So that's also a way. And then yeah, just like going to small businesses and local restaurants and stuff.
Nice. And then, can you rate from 1 being seldom and 10 being often, how often you cook meals for yourself?
I would say the lowest of the low. 1.
Yeah. Awesome. And then we are getting close to done. I have just like a few more, like one more page left. Thank you again. So can you tell me what resources in the community are important to you? So we have schools, food banks, rec programs, community centers, bus, light rail, church, library, social services, therapies. You can just tell me whichever one's you. I can always repeat it as well.
I think anything to support the like unhoused community is really important. I think the light rail is really helpful. I would also say the Southwest Center downtown has been really helpful for me. And for other resources, I think ASU has some good resources, specifically like SDRP, like sexual violence prevention. I know someone that works there, and they're definitely trying to put in their work to make it better currently.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would say. I also like, I don't know what their name is, but like the people in the orange jackets.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
asking about Phoenix.
The Ask Me guy people, yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
And then, can you explain how you think that the rec programs and the community centers and all that kind of stuff you just listed like contributes to your life? So obviously there's a lot of things on here, so you can always think of like your top or second number things, and say how they kind of contribute to your quality of life.
I would just say they make transportation and quality of health easier to access. It also keeps me more active because I have more events and opportunities to do and attend events with the resources. And I always have someone to call or talk to depending on the situation.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then, are there more resources you would like more access to?
More resources for access?
Yeah, like, I guess better transportation, better programs for this group, whatever you think equates to that.
I would like to see more security on the light rails, as you can probably entail.
Yeah.
And I would just say also just more like mental health resources in general, and not making it as complicated to sign up for those kinds of things.
And then the final part of this article is just going to be me asking you about your interest in certain things. So, let me see.
Gotcha.
So the question is going to be like, can you tell me if you've had current, past, or no interest or desire to learn each activity? So I'm going to tell you each category, and you'll just say like, currently you have interest, you had past interest, or no interest at all. So outdoor activities.
Outdoor activities, I would say minimal interest.
Okay. And then arts and crafts.
Slight interest.
Physical activities slash sports.
No interest.
Music, dance slash performing arts.
Slight interest.
Gardening.
Slight interest.
I assume this one's going to be no interest at all, but I'll just ask you anyways. Cooking?
Oh, actually, maybe I'll try and get better. I'll say minimal interest. Yeah.
Okay. And then games.
Lots of interest.
I like games too.
Yeah.
Education slash workshops. I can't speak.
Just like any kind of workshops.
Yeah.
I would say like slight interest. Yeah.
And then swimming.
Slight interest also.
Religion.
No interest.
I feel that. Volunteering.
Lots of interest.
And the final question I just have for you is: are there any activities that I have not mentioned that you are interested in?
Not off the top of my head. I can't really think of any.
Okay.
Just like I don't know, like living development, like I don't know, activities on how to help with like what is that one class called? I didn't even have it, but like home ec.
Oh, yeah, like sewing and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
like home economics type stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
Awesome. I will press unrecord.